Music has always been a hallmark of the Bard's Tale games. In fact, we made the original game about a bard because of an innovative little piece of code that allowed the Apple II to play music without bringing everything to a halt. 30 years later, music is still at the center of the series, and since we were bringing a Celtic feel to Barrows Deep, it seemed appropriate to look to Scotland for our soundtrack. With the help of producer Jed Grimes, we brought together the finest folk singers and musicians performing today, and they made magic.
In the elven forest, I fought the beast gone now. I won the bows and arrows and walked the forest path.
It's a haunting and beautiful sound. It's basically unique to the Western Isles, and we managed to find a choir who could sing these Gaelic psalms. So I think this is the first time that Gaelic psalms, which are hundreds of years old, will be heard again, really. So that was a very special experience for me.
I fought the dragon dire.
So it's not all about old ancient music, it's about young people embracing the beauty of these songs and the beauty of these melodies and taking that forward in a progressive way.
It's so important for me to see Gaelic song on this kind of platform because I think it's so deserving of it. As I say, I've grown up in that community and I've grown up with the songs, and I think to see them being used on this kind of stage is absolutely amazing. Yeah.
So I'm just really excited to see how players react to it and to play the game myself.
Music in games can be a lot of things: driving, heroic, mysterious, and the music in Bard's Tale 4 Barrows Deep is all of that, but it's also something a lot more rare. It's beautiful. It gets into your soul. I think the singers and musicians have done something very special here, and I'm proud to share it with the world. This is one of the most wonderful game soundtracks I've ever been involved with.
Scarabry has burning, Scarabry is gone. One day I'll be returning, until then I must be strong. For now that I must journey, my foes may overwhelm, but I can't return to her till I've crossed the 7 realms.
A summer's day in Scarabray.
When we decided to make Bard's Tale 4 Barrows Deep, I found myself wondering, how could we incorporate the iconic box art from the first game? Then it hit me. What if the art came to life? What if, for the first time in 30 years, the bard started playing that harp on his knee and began reciting his famous poem? What a perfect way to reinforce the history of the game while yet bring a classic to a modern audience. But how to do it? First, we built a special set. The game artwork was projected onto a 10-foot high canvas, traced the outlines, and then painting it so it was an exact replica of the original. Next, a forced perspective foreground was built, designed to place the actors in a very shallow, compact space to create the illusion of a painting. The actors were then fitted with canvas clothing, which was painted with highlights and shadows included. Then each actor was carefully fitted into the compressed foreground space. Finally, on the day of the shoot, makeup artists meticulously painted the actors' faces to match their box art characters. After 3 months of preparation and 30 years of anticipation, it was time to roll the cameras, yell action, and bring the bard back to life.
The song I sing will tell the tale of a cold and wintry day, of castle walls and torchlit halls, and a price men had to pay.
A summer's day.
Long, long ago, 2 grey gods crawled through a rift into this world. and found it warm, lush, and unclaimed. It lacked only worshippers, so these gods, the Famhair, gifted apes with thought, shaping them into a clever, violent race, humanity. Great civilizations soon spread across the world, bloodthirsty, cruel, and strong in magic. Then the Famhair turned their greedy eyes on Arborea and Canestia, the homes of the elves and dwarfs, who until then had hardly noticed the thinking apes or their gods. Thus began the All-War, as the elves and dwarves banded together to defeat the Famhair and their human armies. But the Famhair were unkillable. All that could be done was drive them back through the rift, and even this cost the old races. All their gods and heroes died closing it. Worse, the Famhair never stopped clawing at it from the void, rending the very fabric of the world. So, a song spell was made that would forever knit up the rift. And as punishment for their part in the war, a human king's daughter was enchanted so she might sing the song without food or rest for eternity. 1,000 years on, and the maiden is forgotten, but the whispers of the Famhair still invade the dreams of the ambitious, promising power and crimson glory. 3 times have evil men heeded that siren call and sought the rift. And 3 times have they been defeated by ragtag and unproven heroes. Today the whispers wake a new evil, more devious than those that came before. Who this time will stand against it? What heroes this time will rise?